be talking about, the post-Valentine vibes, or even pre-Valentine. What were your plans? Did your plans go through, or did your plans fail, or were you in the house? So we're chilling out here. You can already hear her laughter in the background. We're talking about Onyinyera Afuachuku. Welcome to the show.
I'm counting down to the election.
Yeah, 1 week, right? 1 week.
Well, thank you very much, Dara. Good evening, listeners, and it's good to be in the studio again this evening.
Okay, so just in case you are a first-time listener or you have forgotten, because it's 1 week already, this is How to Build Initiative. They are the conveners of the Missing Link, a program that is directed at youths, and airing every Saturday at 4 p.m. right here on Flow 94.9 FM. The aim of this show, and of course the primary goal of this foundation, is to drive a holistic development of the youth. Okay, they are a youth-based organization whose sole aim is to create impact, to fix in the missing link, the link that is missing in everybody, in you, in me as well. So today, the topic we're going to talk about today is like post-Valentine's Day vibes.
I'm telling you.
But before we go to the post-Valentine, let's talk about let me ask you, what were your plans before Valentine? Before that 14th, what did you have in mind?
Actually growing up, that day actually is not very, it doesn't really click. For me, I remember those days when we were in secondary school. People would go to the market and start buying cards, postcards. In the university, people would start making up, getting ready. It didn't really click. Maybe because of my background. I grew up when I had my undergraduate. I studied fine and applied arts, and it was more of a masculine course. So we had just few of us, 5 of us girls, and the other people males. So we were behaving like men. I mean, it's good, actually, it's good. But again, listening to the story of St. Valentine and what it actually should be, it began to sink better into me. But again, you don't have any plan. It was a working day. By the way, I had to cut my hair.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about that.
I had to cut my hair.
Our number one How to Build Initiative citizen has changed. She has switched her looks. She looks different right now, and it's very. I like that you explore with your hairstyle. So if you want to see the hairstyle, just go to our Facebook page right now. We are live on Facebook at the moment. We're streaming live from the studio.
I could feel fresh breeze in my hair, and I'm getting ready to vote.
With all the shege we are seeing now, we need some breeze.
I need it. I need to be calculated. I need to be very, very sound in my mental health. I don't know the last time you saw Naira in your hands.
I can't remember.
So a lot of people did not just celebrate Valentine's.
So funny enough, plenty keke men has even put their account details inside their keke. Yeah, I mean, it's anyhow the country pushes you, you adjust. That's how it is.
Nigerians are very strong human beings.
So like I said, I can see the viewing on the live video increasing. If people want to see hairstyle, go ahead and see. She's looking good, by the way. Go to our Facebook page. We're live, Flow space 94.9 space FM space Uma here. So okay, still speaking about the pre-Valentine.
You had the Valentine Day.
I am about to answer now. So I just like you, I don't have the same mentality. Growing up in a Catholic home, we used to go to mass that day because it's Saint Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So my dad is always like, you bundle us. My mom, my dad will go to church, and after that.
But actually, it's just the story of St. Valentine. Yeah. That day is actually the the feast day of St. Cyril and Methodius. You understand? But we got to know that 14th February became Valentine's Day. But in the church's calendar, it's actually for St. Cyril and Methodius. That is it. How Valentine took over, I don't know. But now, I don't know with this cash crunch. Yeah.
So apparently that 14th was like that 14th was Omoti's birthday. So we had a mini party, mini party.
Okay.
We ate cake. They ate cake. I did not eat. They did not give me. I was not here.
I'm sure you did not give him any gift. So was that your Valentine's special?
You see how sure you are. But yeah, I didn't have plans though. I had no plans because that day I worked. I was at work. And we're calling Valentine's Day card. We had a Valentine's Day special.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, we had a Valentine's Day special where we, got to sell Valentine's Day cards, and it was.
And people
people can love.
It's cheaper now. It's cheaper. Instead of going to on a lunch date or dinner date. No money. How much was the card?
No money. We just want.
I don't know. It's not for me to go and make noise.
And then people smile so much
exactly.
that day.
And you didn't even call me. Actually, I'm not my Valentine. Actually, I just like you as a sister. That's the truth.
Okay, so that day, that particular day, did you go anywhere? Did the How to Build Initiative do anything?
I went to work. And one of the things we had on our Facebook page was to, find a way to share love and share love that is pure and true. There is a difference between love that is true and pure, and that's what we're telling people to do. If you're a young person and you're listening to us, love truly and love purely, not just because people are saying it has to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Can you just understand what love is all about? Love is pain, by the way. To love and to have that fun, there has to be some element of pain. It has some sacrifice, something you're actually giving. It's not all the fun. It's not about so much more as you talk about love. What is actually love? True love has a lot of, it's just like rose. If you want to pluck rose, you have to go through the trickles, those thorns there. So I don't think it's all about the noise we make about it. Do you really love purely and truly? So I don't know. That's the message of how to build Valentine's Day to all young people. What kind of love are we talking about?
All right, so apparently right now your calls can start coming in. We're ready to take your call live in the studio. Our numbers remain 0808 1826949 or 0811 6052 What do we want you to do? Call us in. Tell us what were your plans before Valentine. What did you do on Valentine? And going forward, how was whatever you did on Valentine, how has it affected you, either positively or negatively? Okay, so 0808 1826949 or 0811 6052 You can also send us an SMS 09065108289 09065108289. We're also live on Facebook at the moment. You can drop your comments on there and we'll read them live on the show. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show. What's your name? All right. So how was your Valentine?
Are we supposed to tell him Happy Valentine? You post Valentine. Please tell us how you celebrated your Valentine's Day.
So how did you celebrate your Valentine? How was it?
Well, nothing much. Nothing much.
Nothing much.
How?
Nothing much.
There's nothing much because of the economy. For me, right from the world, Valentine, that's the way I look at it.
Okay.
I don't see the way people, in celebration and all that. But I had my research. So it's not what you they tell me to do. It's not about sacrificing. Showing love to other people, not the other way around. So that's what I'm doing with me. So any social body, I don't take it to heart like the things that we used to do. So I think the sacrifice, not the other way around.
So CJ, you did not bother to tell anybody I love you that day. Is that what you're telling me?
So I told my wife.
Okay, just your wife.
And my children.
And your children, okay. These are the only people you love. You see yourself.
No,
so you think I love you something.
You love a lot of people, but you only told these ones that
yes, I love you.
That's nice.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you so much,
CJ.
All right. Okay, so
let me just read what we had on Valentine's Day on our Facebook page. You said, do all you can to make the world a better place to live in by spreading love and putting on to all the hatred, putting an end to all the hatred that we have. Love is the only thing that the world needs for a better future. And we captured that love truly and love purely. I mean, that's the only thing. People are going through a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know, she just said just to the wife. It means a lot of things for different people. But the money wahala has added another twist to it. And for me, it's all about, when you get, at certain ages. Now, remember, we are focusing on people who are within the ages of 16 and 35. And these are ages of students who are either in the university, secondary school, or in higher institutions, or those who have just left school, And now, in today's world, having grown up, went through primary, secondary school, university, what do you actually understand? What kind of love are we looking at? St. Valentine, what kind of love was he known for?
Okay, let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you there. Hello?
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Onyera Fatuku, thank you. My name is Dr. Steven. We got my woman.
All right.
Is that more color? Is that okay? Valentine is good to follow up. If you know the meaning. But the other side, Valentine is remembrance of a reverend that was killed. Yes. But we have another thing. People say, do this in my remembrance.
Exactly.
And we are doing Valentine. This is the new year. This is work for us to stop it. We're supposed to stop it. After all, the Roman Empire promoting same-sex marriage. So we have to stop it. Do that one. Luke chapter 22 from verse 16 to 19. Say, do this in my remembrance.
Which of them? Which of the context? Is it possible to let me know? Let us know exactly what you are quoting, so you don't quote the Bible out of context. Did the Bible tell you not to love?
I'm not quoting out of context.
Okay.
I said so Valentine. It's not in the Bible.
Okay. So you did not celebrate. So
the Roman Empire.
No. So you did not celebrate Valentine.
Huh? Say what?
So did you celebrate it or not?
Yes, that's the question.
You did it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. All right.
Well, I like how he began. He told us it was a reverend that was murdered, for love's sake, and now he went back. I don't know what the one he was talking about.
But there's a lot of stories around
Saint Valentine. Yes.
There's a lot of, I don't know if I should call it conspiracy theories or I should call it myths, but it's a lot. But I'm just confused. Like, how did romantic lovers capture that particular holiday?
Well, it depends on what you want to think about. I can't control the way you think. We have the love. Okay, so you have agape.
Yes.
You have eros. You have the filial love. So it depends on the one you want to do. It depends on the one your mind is telling you to do.
True.
You understand that you love someone depends on what are you looking at. It's not about sexual love. Do you understand? What is Valentine teaching us? St. Valentine is teaching us about that love that gave itself. That love that said wanted something that was true and pure. It's not about telling you to go and mortgage yourself, compromise certain values, because is it only that day? Is it only for that day, that madness? That's not what we're talking about to young people today, because whatever you do finds a way to come back and haunt you. If you mortgage yourself that day, maybe as a young person, a young boy, you go and drug yourself, you want to please one person or the other way around, that is not what St. Valentine stands for. And that's not the love we are talking to young people to do. And I know we're going to talk about building relationships one day in this program. Then we get someone that will talk to us about it. The issue is not that particular one. I love you as a sister. I love you as a friend. It mustn't be the other way around. And now I heard what the last caller was talking about, same-sex marriage. That's not what we're talking about here. We need to respect people's sexual inclination. That's not what we're talking about here. But the issue is that, can we really love truly and love purely? All right, it is 15 minutes past 4 right now. We're about to go for a short break, but don't go anywhere. Remember, the missing link is still live on Flow 94.9 FM. We're also live on Facebook for the streaming sake of those outside Omar here. So go ahead and join the live video. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the missing link right here on Flow 94.9 FM. I'm chilling out here with Onyera Fwachuku, 1/2 of the founders of I like that, 1/2.
One of the founders of the How to Build initiative, right? I told you it's an NGO whose primary goal is to drive a holistic development of the youth, and that's what we do here every Saturday. We try to bring the content down to the youth level so that we can have a direct one-on-one youth conversation with you. And right now we're live on Facebook, like I said, and we're talking about the post-Valentine experience and all that. So how about those people who have taken Valentine as a means to commit a lot of, I don't know if I should use the word sin, because
what is even sin?
That's why I said.
No, I don't want to spiritualize. I don't want to demonize anything here. We're talking about, what do you understand? We're not here to preach religion.
Because Valentine has a very different meaning to. I don't know if you know, but there's this division of generations. There are people they call millennials, people they call Gen Z. These ones that are giving birth to this, I don't know what they are called. But I know that Gen Z is like from 90s, from the mid 90s or the early 90s or so down to 2010. But from 2010, I don't know what they call them. But these ones now, and I think the Gen Z as well, they have a different look to what Valentine truly is about. Like you said, giving pure love.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think is responsible for this different mentality? Because they have if you are on social media that day, you will know that the mentality of giving pure and undiluted love is not really what this generation is about. There's a different definition to Valentine for them. So, what do you think is responsible for that?
Again,
and how can we curb it?
Even if you can't just say for this generation, you can't make that kind of sweeping comment. Some persons are still conscious of what they are doing. Just like you talked about your own background, there are people who also have certain background, who are actually making efforts to live that pure and true love, give it to them. What I like is that this year with this money wahala, people's mind were reset, and we need to think deeper before you do certain things. Well, it's good to express love, but it mustn't be the other way around. It's good to love. Love is a beautiful thing. We're not here to say condemn anyone. We're just here to tell you that if you really want to love, what kind of love are you preaching? We want you to look at that love. A love that is pure and that is true. A love that wouldn't want you to go through any problems tomorrow because of one silly thing you've done or the other. Just share that love. What does it mean? I mean, have you considered about those who are actually not able to love? There are people who can't love, who are deprived of this, this love because of one problem or the other, because of one state of mind. You just mentioned that you were like, you weren't just in your best of mind a few days ago, just like many people are going through some very terrible moment. Did you actually pick your phone to call someone and say, how are you doing? It's actually an act of love. How are you doing? I mean, it's too tough, but can you just hang in there and encourage yourself? It's going to get better. It's not for you to get into maybe drugs, certain things that are just time bad. The next few days, next 2 months, those things wane. I mean, does that actually make love to last? It doesn't last. If you haven't actually felt that pain in loving, you've not loved truly. There must be something.
So there has to be pain accompanied
somehow with love. Something you're like giving. To sacrifice is not easy. It's not like a box of ice cream. It's not chocolate. There are moments. It's not. Love. Someone just told me somewhere. You see, there's nothing like love. What value are you adding to the other person's life? Do you understand?
Yeah, just like you said, somebody told you. I think somebody has also told me that, love, according to English language, is a noun. But somebody will tell you, a wise man said love is a verb.
It's a verb. It's
an action word. Yeah. It's a doing word.
Yeah, I love you, and so you love me,
yeah,
and you want me to go and get into this. What happens to me the next few days? You're not interested. Okay, then you ask yourself, if you love me, there are things you wouldn't want to happen to me. If you love me, there are things you wouldn't want me to do. If I love you, there are extremes I wouldn't want to push you to. Okay, what are you expecting from your lover, your so-called love on Valentine's Day? And if the person doesn't give you that, does that mean that love has ended that day? You understand what I'm talking about? So what kind of love are you looking at? Look at love that lasts. A love that is true. The key word there is true. Like now, that those of them who are in secondary schools are very crazy. They want this one, and you want this one. Okay, you're already expecting. By the way, that thing you're expecting, what did you do to the other person you're expecting from? Just like birthdays, people like to be giving a lot of gifts on their birthdays, on Valentine's Day. What did you give out? That false sense of entitlement.
Yes, sense of entitlement.
You're supposed to give this thing, supposed to take me to a lunch. And what about? Okay, did you actually? Okay, come, let's go for lunch or dinner. Must it be the other way around? Must it be the guy taking you out? Did you actually do out something extraordinary?
You're just shaking a lot of tables now. I'm pretty sure a lot of men will say, hey, mommy talk.
No, it's not about that. What else? Love is not those big things you do. There are simple things that make life beautiful. Do you understand? Adira, I don't like this thing. Okay, Dara, this is beautiful. I like your look today. What's wrong with you? I don't like your face. That shows I'm looking at you. I care about how you are feeling. It's not about going to spend some seconds, some minutes, and by the time you open your eyes, oh la la, did I actually do this? What happens afterwards?
What happens after that?
Afterwards. So for me, love goes beyond that. Love goes beyond that. If you want to love purely and love truly, what are those beautiful things you can do? Those little things you can do to make someone's life beautiful.
All right. So we have some comments on our Facebook page right now. Okerogene Ayuwe says, good afternoon. I love the woman I married, Val, and all this celebration is not her lineup. Okay. Favorite Girl says, wow, first time streaming with you guys on Facebook, though my radio is also on. Okay, kudos to you. Carrie Stevens says, nice one indeed. Also Francis says, watching live from Amabunze in Enugu State. Yes. Greetings from here and happy weekend. Happy weekend to you too. So we're 23 minutes into the program at the moment. This is Missing Link, proudly sponsored and driven by the Heart to Build Initiative, an NGO that, of course, I also want to give one of the founders the floor right now to talk a little bit about their foundation and, of course, how to welcome members.
Oh, really? This is just like a calling. When you call it NGO, it sounds like it's one of those NGOs people have. No, it's something we're doing deliberately for the young ones. It's not for profit. I and Father Augustine, we just have that burning desire for the young person, and we talk about pioneering holistic development. Holistic, you know what holistic means?
Yes.
We're looking at your development psychologically, emotionally, economically, financially. What else can we do to add value to the minds of our young persons? How to build is a deliberate effort to give voice to the young persons. Is a deliberate effort to know that you have someone who can listen to your troubles, who can just listen to you and tell you, look, just take it up, it's going to get better. How to build is just what else can we do to explore opportunities that you have? What else can we help you do? It's just like people who have devoted themselves to look at the growth and development and progress of young people between the ages of 16 and 35. That's what we do. And we are asking you to volunteer to join us. We're not going to pay you. We're not also being paid. The little we have, God has been so kind to us. People have also been supporting us, and we cannot stop saying thank you to them. So if you want to be part of us, if you want to join as a volunteer, I'll ask you to go to our website, hearttobuild.org. And when you go down and scroll down, you find ways to become a volunteer, and you sign up and you become one of us, and you get to know what we are doing. You can also join us on our Facebook page at Heart to Build Initiative. That's our Facebook Live page. And just send a message. You can also send us a message on our mobile number 091-6713-8002. Tell us one thing or the other you think you can do. Whatever value you think you can add to this young generation. We never had it during our own time, so we want to bequeath to these generations after us a better world. A world that listens, a world that cares about the other person. That is all we are here to do.
All right, I'm going to repeat the details later when we're about to sign out. But right now, also want to give a very big thank you to Daily Feast Foods well.
Yeah.
I mean, the founders have been really, really vocal about their assistance. They've the foundation.
I think the other guy was there over the weekend. I think before Valentine. I don't know if
one of our people.
I think it was a Valentine. I don't know when he went to. On a Wednesday, 15th.
Yeah.
15th, and King, King.
Yes.
He went there and Christian, and he had his lunch. Just to say that Father and I are very grateful to the management of Daily Feast Food. Here, thank you for the support you're giving to these young persons, and they have also said they are available every month to give 2 slots to young persons who participate in one thing or the other, just to give them that support, to make them feel loved. I want to thank you so much, Jonathan Johnson, who has been the CEO of that fast food, and for the rest of people who have been supporting us. Like I said, there is no limit to your support. You can actually go to give by words, or you join by good words, or say, okay, how can I really help? What else can I do to add value to young people? That's what we are interested in. Anything that has to do with young persons, not minding your race, your age, your faith, your political inclinations. Those are not important to us. What is important to us is that you're a young person and you have a right to live good life.
All right, so you heard it all, but I'm going to repeat it for clarity's sake. The details, like you heard, it's a non-governmental organization and non-profit organization as well.
Not for profit.
Yes, not for profit. So it's non-profit. The founders, are not being paid by anybody, and what you're doing it for the sake of humanity.
Exactly.
That's why it is non-profitable. Okay. So basically, they also started and launched officially their new drive last week. Love Behind Bars, which they've of course made a first visit to the Afara Medium Correctional Facility.
Exactly.
Yes, and also they'll be making more visits subsequently in the future, and they need more people, hands on deck. Come up, bring your resources, bring your time. If you're a young person, I tell you this, you should belong to at least one NGO, one community where you're not getting any profits from. Just help out. Service. You can never know. This is why it's called the missing link. So you can head to their website. That's www.thehearttobuild.org. That's THEHEART to the figure. Right?
Exactly.
Yes, and build.org. That's org. Or you can call or send a message on 091-6173-8002.
Exactly.
Or go straight to their Facebook page. Follow, please. Follow before you
like and follow.
Thank you. Like and follow. Heart to Build Initiative is the name of the Facebook page.
Exactly.
Want to also send a big shout out to the 2/2 of the founders of the Heart to Build Initiative. Father Augustine Obi.
Yes.
He's the one that gives us all the spiritual advice.
He's listening, not just spiritual advice, everything. He's a full package.
Yes, he's a father that is both book-wise and street-wise.
Exactly.
Very important. So thank you so much, Onye, for stopping by.
Thanь you.
Next week we're going to be having the election special, right?
Exactly.
You can tell them what they can expect.
Please make sure.
Just keep them
make sure you go and keep your PVC, keep it very close to you. 8 a.m. Walk to your polling unit. Please do not engage in any form of violence.
True.
Do not engage in any form of violence, but guard yourself, guard your vote. We've been assured we're going to have very credible and free elections from INEC. It behoves on us to also work with INEC and other organizations to make sure that we have a free, fair and credible election. I'm going to vote, and I assure you better we'll also meet here next Saturday. Even if there is no movement, we find a way to trek to this studio.
True.
Exactly.
We will survive.
We find out how young people have been able to perform that their civil responsibility.
Yes.
And believe you me, there will be a freebie next week.
There will be a freebie. So keep your PVC in hand. Keep it handy.
And make sure you have cast your vote.
Yes, make sure you cast your vote. All right, thank you so much, and to you, our dearly beloved listeners, for always calling in every Saturday, engaging on the show. We won't be doing this without you listening. Exactly. So thank you so much. Thank you to Onyera Fuachuku.
Thank you,
do this next week, Saturday, once again. My name is Chidera Achelono. Have yourself a very wonderful weekend.